doing some work in here, and I am removing a whole bunch of the fish from this tank because I want to line breed this one swordtail that's coming up. You see the swordtail? I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. I was thinking like a pumpkin, like maybe pumpkin swordtail. But what I wanted to show you guys is like getting all of the stuff out of here and removing all those fish. There's some little babies that are so tiny. So look in the sand. Look at that little guy. Look how tiny that little guy is. Here's my finger to show you. So tiny. There's a bunch in there. There's another one. So, I mean, you know, like, if you feed your fish... Well, let me say this first. If you're breeding, you're going to feed your fish a couple times a day. I feed my fish about 4 times a day. But, I don't know, like these guys, they don't... I mean, I don't know. Yes, they would eat the babies if they got bored and they didn't have anything else to eat. But I mean, look at all the little babies down there in the sand. So right now they're all like mixed up because I took a whole bunch of stuff out. I took a bunch of fish out. But excuse me. So what I'm doing is that swordtail there is a crossbreed of a couple of different swordtails and platies, I'm guessing, because I got this. The way I got this swordtail was I purchased a female from Zen Aquatics up in Seattle that was pregnant, and so I don't know what the father looked like, but the males, they don't all look the same. Some of them are a little jagged because of inbreeding. So I'm kind of recreating the strain, I guess you could say. So I've got these wild type swordtails, the ones in the very, very back. Oh, I need to get that guy out. Jeez, look at that guy. Is that a male? Yeah, that's a male, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, this big fish coming up towards me, that is a pure wild type green swordtail. That's a female. It doesn't have, excuse me, it doesn't have a sword. Here's an example of a wild type swordtail. That's a male. See, he's like flirting with that female swordtail. So that's a wild type, pure green swordtail. So here's that. And this other one I think is called a blushing. That's a female blushing swordtail. And that's a blue tuxedo. So there's 2 blue tuxedos. I gotta get those guys out. But yeah, so I'm taking all the fish out except for those females. I might leave this other orange and black female, those little bitty ones. I might not, I don't know. It'd be better if I took everything out but those wild types, those wild type females, because then I would know for sure what I have. I will leave that blushing though, the female blushing, because it's kind of the same colors that I want anyways. But this is a very long process. This might not be that long because it's already a swordtail, but if you're taking a platy and you're basically inbreeding to create your own swordtail, it could take 4 to 5 generations, I was reading. So this is my project. I've never done this before, so it's have to see how it goes. Alright. I just thought I'd show you guys these little babies because they're hard to see. They're hard to see when everything else is going on in here. But it's a giant pile of all these plants I have right here that was in there. It's like guppy grass, hornwort, all kinds of stuff. But, you know, that is a pretty cool looking swordtail, wherever it went. It's back there somewhere. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like once I get some nice looking males, and then I breed them back with other swordtails again. Because I'll probably do it a couple times to get a good, solid, healthy swordtail fish. I've got lots of females, so like this tank's got a bunch. I've got about 8 or 9 females in here. I don't know if they're all females, but I've got about 8 or 9 in here. This is another one I'm going to work on, these orangish blue platies that I have. So anyways, alright, that's enough of this video.